bit about your role within this committee?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Sam. I'm the co-president of the Bristol Bank and Investment Society for the 2022-23 academic year. And this is our first ever networking event based in Bristol.
How do you kind of ensure that the application process kind of really does push for equality of opportunity?
So yeah, we do applications for these events because they're so overly populated. And we would love to facilitate everyone in Bristol, but doing this application process really helps us find people who are really keen and really hungry. So it is not a tough application process. It's a Google form, your name, your year. We like having an equal split of years, your course, which doesn't come into factor of if we accept you or not, but it's about what 3 questions you would ask, and we look through those. We look at CVs because we want people who are really trying. And that doesn't mean you have a polished CV or you've got these polished questions, but we're just looking for hungry students. Just the same for committee and for people who want to be a part of our society. All we can ask for is that you're hungry and you're keen. Doesn't mean you've got past experience. We just want that hunger.
What would you say to someone considering joining this society?
Yeah, so of course it's a finance society, right?
Yeah.
This is not my entire university life. This is definitely a part of my university life, and it's a big part of it, but you can also have those other aspects. So you don't need to make finance your entire life, and I recommend you don't.
Yeah.
Go out, have fun with other people, do other societies, because that's what university's about. But also I've got this focus on the finance society to be able to, one, set myself up for after university, but also help as many other students get set up as possible.
Tell me a little bit about why you've decided to attend tonight's event.
As a first year, it's good to get the experience, speak to people who actually work in the industry and learn what it's actually about, rather than you can read online and whatnot, but it's different speaking to people who are actually in it and getting their actual real life experience.
I'm attending tonight because I just want to meet different recruiters, different companies around Bristol and London area, and just see what kind of options are about for internships and graduate schemes, and just kind of learn more about possible industries I wouldn't have known about before. Or routes that I wouldn't have known about before.
So through my work, I work for EY, so I work in student recruitment, basically recruiting students into graduate schemes, summer internships. So we found out about it through the society itself, so they emailed me and asked if we could come along and talk about what we do. So that's how we're here.
I wanted to know more about different opportunities and how people got internships, what was their process to getting it?
Quite good to learn more about, because the finance world is so broad, so it's kind of good to learn more and kind of focus on what you really want.
And it's a great opportunity for people to meet professionals, especially from Bristol, which is something that you might not get to do. Our other event, the Lansdowne event, is focused on kind of London professionals, so for people that do want to stay in Bristol or kind of find opportunities within Bristol, it's a great opportunity.
As first years, do you feel a bit kind of daunted by this kind of process, or do you feel like it's really encouraging and approachable?
I think the whole kind of process with finance and business is it's got a lot of pressure on people our age, and I think it's really hard, but I think things like this, talking to people who are older and in the business, they say just actually relax and enjoy being at university, but also think about it as well.
Yeah, I think it's natural to be nervous a little bit, but no, it's good once you get into it, get a few drinks and speak to some people. I think
the red wine is helping.
Yeah, second years, how does this event compare to others that you've possibly attended?
We went to the Lansdowne event in London, and there were more people that attended, but they're all kind of the same sort of thing, but it was just a bigger event, I think. But it's still.
What are the main kind of benefits of this kind of event, really?
Just learning more about each job specifically. You can hear what they do day to day and why they chosen the firm, how they got into the job and whatnot. You can see what they did when they were in your position to try and
we just follow some guys on LinkedIn, and he's like, you know what, let's cut the chit chat, get on LinkedIn and connect, and so it's been great, and the guys have been amazing and just been telling us, guiding us, and they've been great.
It's more I think with these industries, I think learning is just more from talking to people, finding out different routes, finding out kind of what different sectors you can go into. And I think from talking to people here tonight, I've learned about different routes into the standard kind of asset management or investment banking lines that you wouldn't have even known about before, and just there's so many different routes. So.
One of the big goals of the society is to break down the stigma the barriers between university and the corporate world. So this evening we've got so many first years here who might have never experienced a networking event like this, and we want to be able to bring students into these environments, into these situations, and get them feeling comfortable.